All right, here we are, another week around the trash fire. Your host, Matthias, along with the boy.
John.
Another, another not so jam-packed week.
Yeah, I mean it's Adepticon at the end of the of March, so I guess there's some more reveals there. But yeah, right now it's not too much things coming out. I mean, if like Battle Tomes are coming out, but
I mean, this is a big week for AOS.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff, a lot of interesting stuff.
Well, it's all stuff we knew. All we knew was coming.
Mhm.
It's just about time that it came, because AOS has been on that slow burn.
Yeah,
But we can talk about that when we get there. We got our first thing here, which is dun, 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 model of the month and the coin. So you can get a jackal, the new World Eaters
yeah, cultist.
cultist unit. Go ahead, go visit like 10 different stores, get a full squad if you can, and then we got. Oh wait, is there no coin
They didn't show the coin, but I think it's a corn coin.
again? All right,
I mean, wait, actually,
no, it's the
what
Forces of Darkness coin.
what is yeah, the article does it say, oh, slaves to darkness coin. Oh, and one slaves to darkness and one world eaters one. Oh, that's good.
They're reusing the coins. I see.
Yes.
We've gotten, we've gone full circle. No longer making the new coins. They have to reuse the old coins.
Yeah.
But, there you go. If you like to pick these up, go right ahead. Go spend your $100 at the local GW store to get a Jackal model and a coin of your choosing. Moving on from that, we got our Sunday preview, which is AOS Jam Packed. I haven't seen an AOS Jam Packed since forever, really.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So
But I mean it's good AOS. Well, a lot of these releases are just kind of few boxes. Not
it's
even
old models, just finally getting their own boxes, kind of deal. Some of it is, and then some of it's bundles. So right here we got our Caradon books, obviously coming out. We got the Code Right, the dwarf with a lot of books, the lawyer.
Everyone's lawyer.
Yep, we talked about him last week. We got the Overlord's Vanguard box, which is coming with a boat. I wish I knew the name of these units so I could tell you what they are, but I don't know a single thing.
I think it's the medium boats. So you got the medium boat, you got the balloon dwarves, which are the Argonaut engine riggers, and then you got the Argonaut Company, which are the basic troops, and you get the Admiral, which is the basic HQ.
There you go, a little starter box. Good, excuse me, good enough to pick up on its own, and just bulk up your army if you need it. So it is 15 miniatures, and I don't know how good the boats are. But
Yeah,
if
I feel like the new book just coming out. Who knows?
true. We got that coming out. We got the War Scroll cards to make it easier to remember stuff if you need it. Make your own. We got the dice, the 20 dice, which is okay, I guess. It's not terrible. It's just a little bland.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of these new dice design that dice designs.
Yeah, not for me. But there they are. Got that, and here we go. We got regiments of renown. We got some classic dwarves. It's coming out here.
Yeah, so Regiments of Renown, to remind our listeners, it's a new system, which is not new, it's an old system, but they're kind of, it's like mercenaries. So the rules for these will be in the next White Dwarf, or whatever White Dwarf, I guess the March White Dwarf. And you can essentially slot these in your AOS armies without breaking allegiance and stuff. So if you play Order, you can slot this Regiment of Renown of classic dwarfs to add some dwarfs into your army. It's a way to just add something different. Maybe if you play Night Hunt, you want to add the zombie stuff, or if you play I don't know, you play Slaves to Darkness, you want to add the Zinj demons and endless spells. And at the end of the day, it's also a discount box. You got a bunch of models for cheaper than buying them separately.
True. Alright, okay. So I can just slot these zombies into my army, huh?
Yep, if you like zombies.
I mean, I got a bunch of zombies that I have nothing to do with, so
There you
could use some fodder.
go.
Yeah, we got that. We got the what are these things called? Hargax pit beasts. Which I think are just the AOS models, right? Or no, sorry,
Yeah, these are just
Warcry models.
work by monsters. Yep, which is kind of cool. Just kind of add them to your army, or use them in Warcry. A lot of these are playable in Warcry. Obviously, not the vehicles, the
Mm,
full corpse cart vehicle, but mostly everything else does have rules in Warcry. So it's also a cool way to expand your Warcry or start a new Warcry warband.
yep, we got the Elfwind's Thorns, the little winged archers of Sylvaneth. What's that character? We got the Cruel Boys. Got a little box set as well. That's about it for the Regiments of Renown. So you said this is going to be in the next White Dwarf. It's going to explain more of
Yeah,
it.
those are gonna be in the next White Dwarf.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing how this all plays out. Uh, Underworlds, we're getting the disappointing looking models that are Daughters of Cain
Yeah,
finally coming out. It's so disappointing.
yeah, they're so generic. They're great for Warcry, but as an Underworlds team compared to the rest of the season, yeah, it just kind of whatever.
Considering, Warcry, Underworld and Warcry are known for putting out such great looking models.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, we got the Assault Rival decks. If you want to pick those up. Black Library, we're getting the Arcanauts book becoming soft cover. We got Black Eyed Saint, soft cover digital and audio. The Resting Places becoming digital and softback. These are These are the Fox 11 Horror Week e-shorts from 2021 to 2022. So
So not more Warhammer horror. If you like Warhammer horror, this is it's more for you.
I'd give it a shot. I don't think horror works well in the Warhammer universe, considering we know what everything looks like, so it's really hard to.
Yeah, the good horror is like I keep quoting that Sylvaneth horror book because it introduces things that aren't models. Like the demon horror is kind of they really have to work for it to make demon horror work because if it's like a bloodletter, it's like well we kind of know what the bloodletter looks like, and we've all murdered tons of bloodletters in our game, so it's not as scary.
Yeah. There you go. We got that. Yeah, 15 hours. Looks like an audio book about guards and orcs.
That's a classic one. That's a super classic Astra Militarum story, and it's really old. It's one of the defining Guardsman books, which is now available in audio drama. But it's just one of those like, yeah, this is what a Guardsman goes through kind of stories.
Live, dies, repeat.
Yeah, more or less.
And then for the Warhammer Plus, looks like we're finally getting the Iron Within shorts coming in. And the Lore Master of the Adeptus Arbites.
Yeah, that Iron Within is kind of hype. I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Looks like just because it caught my eye, it looks like you can get the third edition or fourth edition Tau book. I think that's what that edition is. Interesting to see. But yeah, that is this week's what to expect for this week's pre-orders. Again, AOS, rejoice! You're getting some good stuff. I hope you would know better in the community. But hey, it's something. It's not just another Space Marine this week. But speaking of Space Marines, we got our 30k, and we got ourselves a Sakaran tank, massive laser. All right, John, give it to me. Give me this feel on this tank. Giant Sakaran tank.
Yes. So we have the first variant of the Sakaran tanks now released in plastic, because currently we only have the regular Sakaran, which is the autocannons, but now we got the Venator, which is the most unique variant because the rest of the other Sakarans are just turret swaps. Like the Arcus has the missile launcher, the Omega has the plasma, and I believe there's the Punisher with the giant Gatling cannon. But yeah, the Venator is an interesting one to start with because it's a kind of redesign of the tank. It's clearly a Sakaran, but it's not just a turret swap, right? It's the gun is on the torso of the unit of the tank, so it is quite different.
It's built different.
It's built different. Yep. So
Well,
yeah, I'm happy. I like it. Will I pick it up? Probably not. I don't think I need this unit in any of my armies. I prefer other sources of anti-tank, but it's a good unit. To be to be honest, if you like the unit and you like the look of it, it will definitely not let you down.
oh, it definitely seems like a vehicle that messes with other
Yes,
vehicles.
I think they show it. Yeah, they have shock pulse. So if you wound a
Vehicle dreadnought or
yep,
automata unit.
you can only snapshoots. Can only fire
Gets
snapshots,
the
which
shaken
is
keyword.
essentially. But it affects things that cannot be shaken, so it's even better.
Even better. True.
But yeah, I'm glad this is a thing. I do wish. I mean, I do wish they would release. This goes back to the conversation we've had several times among the 30 community, and I mentioned in this cast where I wish they just did more infantry, like assault marines and breachers. But honestly, if you look at the dedicated heresy kits, we got infantry. We got tac squads. We got heavy support squads. We got special weapon support squads. We got veterans. And you could arguably make some recon marines and seekers from the available kits without much work. And we got plastic HQs, so we got other stuff too, like dreadnoughts and all that. But the heresy range is in a good spot, so I don't think we're hurting by not having assault marines and breachers. Now it would definitely make for more variety in armies, but I mean, plastic tanks is good for everyone.
And the tanks are a lot easier to mass produce.
I could imagine. Yeah, it shares sprues,
people are saying, "Oh, why don't they just release an upgrade sprue for the Mark 6?" I mean, yeah, but then you'll be paying more than just the kit. I could see them making a whole new kit just so you're not doubling up on bolter sprues and close combat weapon sprues because the bolters are sharing a sprue with the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'd much prefer they just make a new kit with different poses. I think despoilers would benefit from running poses. Despoilers are essentially tactical marines with close combat weapons. They're kind of like assault intercessors. And actually, that's a good example. Assault intercessors look, they're essentially just intercessors with close combat weapons, but the models look quite different. There's some armor modifications, but mostly it's the posing is different with the assault intercessors. And I do hope that, and honestly, that's probably what they're going to be doing with the spoilers. So, yeah, more plastic heresy, but also at the same time, it's not a demon release. Where's the demon rules?
Demon rules are coming. Give them time.
Want them now?
Like 3 months from now, I think was the projected time frame.
Sad face.
Just a little bit, but we have another thing to talk about here. Something that has been absent for a while. And that's some Necromunda, baby. Getting that new model Monday back again, which is mini Imperial Knights, aka Ogre Dreadnoughts. It was an interesting choice. I did not see this coming at all. It is something I would expect from orcs, really.
Which one? The Necromunda stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, these dreadnoughts for. No, they're not dreadnoughts because they're not, they're not.
Piloted by dead
It's a
space
robot.
marines.
It's not piloted by someone. It is a robot.
It's armor for ogrins, right? Or did I misread
No, so
that?
the lore is it's kind of, you know what? Actually, no, this is kind of cool. It's kind of RoboCopy. So the brain it's being piloted by a brain of an enforcer. So that's kind of cool. The design is weird, but that's pretty cool.
So these are Palatine enforcers.
Yes, it's for the enforcers.
Well, hey, at least you're finally getting a release. It's been like what, 2 years?
Years. Yeah.
Now the corpse grinders just need something.
That would be cool if they had stuff. But I mean, it's plastic, which is great. I believe it's plastic.
It is plastic, yes.
In plastic, so which is awesome. Probably, I might pick it up, but at the same time, I have no plan. Actually, that gun is really cool at the bottom. I have no plans to play Enforces anytime soon. For any upcoming Necromunda leagues, I will be running the Ashway Snowbads. So no incentive to pick this up now, but they are quite cool, and I think it's a cool add to Enforcer gangs.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. Like I said, it's nice to see. It was just a strange thing. Did not expect to see this. Anything like this in Necromunda.
But that is Necromunda.
It is Necromunda. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, pretty short news week right there. Not much after that article. What have you been up to, John?
Busy. Played a 30K game last Wednesday. It was Word Bearers versus Salamanders. We kind of played an Istvan 5 theme game. And just like Istvan 5, I tabled my friendly opponent. But, I mean, that's what happens when 10 Galvor back with Argyle Hall just run across the board and charge you. I think this is the most a single model has fought in one game that I played. Like, Argyle Hall fought like 5 separate units and killed them all, which was kind of cool. I mean, they were like tac squads and recon marines and all that, but it was still kind of cool. Just I have all these pictures of him fighting different units, and it's like, wow, this guy is a named character in a novel for a reason. but that was pretty fun. I got to use my new despoilers that I painted up. I'm actually working on a second unit now.
Look
And
at
but that was
you.
my Warhammer. On the weekend, I played. Actually, I played a couple games. On Friday, I played a game of Star Wars Legion. I played an 800-point game. I ran Dark Troopers with so this one was the full unit with the bazooka and the Gatling gun and the actual model, and it's pretty nasty. I played Imperial Remnant with snipers on my Death Troopers, and they did do a lot of work. I was playing against melee Dark Troopers, and while the melee Dark Troopers were scary in melee, I was able to just shoot his army because he ran a melee list with Royal Guard and Dark Troopers, and I was able to just pick them off using the free aims from Imperial Remnant.
Why are you such a
And
bully, John?
nah, the guy's a competitive player, so I feel no qualms shooting his army off the board.
Oh, okay.
He's a cool dude, he's a cool friend, he'll give me buddy, but yeah, he definitely plays in tournaments. And funny part about the game was he charged his Dark Troopers into my Dark Troopers, and they just kind of did nothing for probably 3.5 turns. I think they roll a total of like 80 attacks, and between the two of them, and 80 dice worth of attacks, and they did like 5 wounds. Combination of no one was rolling crits, and we were just both making saves. Because Dark Troopers have full armor, which means you can only hurt them with crits. And there's not really a lot of impact in melee unless you're a Jedi. But yeah, that was my Friday. On Sunday, I played in a casual Star Wars Legion tournament. It was a skirmish tournament, so 500 points. And there was a cool little twist where you cannot shoot targets outside of range 2. So people were bringing some really cool melee or short range armies. I personally ran a droid army with 2 naked B1 units, a unit of Sith probes, and Darth Maul and Count Dooku. So it was kind of playing like me playing Shatterpoint. I went 2-1. I think I got like second or third place. I don't know. The scoring was kind of like not
All over the
serious.
place.
Yeah, because it was a casual event. But first game I lost to a super good player. He is actually one of the guys who answers the rules questions on the AMG forums that works for AMG, and he ran Shadow Collective Darth Maul, and this is my first time playing Double Jedi, I think, ever. And definitely exploited mistakes that I made. You know, I would be out of position, and he would do stuff like force push me into a standby, or just be in position where he could blast units, or he could blast Dooku or Maul. So that was a learning experience, and I took my lessons and won my second game. I played against another Shadow Collective army with Darth Maul, but this time I was able to utilize Dooku and Maul better and was able to get the win. I defeated the enemy Darth Maul and Cad Bane. Lost my entire army except for the 2 Jedi, but at the end of the day, it's kind of what you need. And my third game, I played against Rebels, against Leia Mando from The Mandalorian, and a couple of Rebel troopers and a Mandalorian unit. And yeah, once the thing with the double Jedi list is once if you play well and you don't get blasted and you get into melee against an army that can't really deal with it, you just it's kind of tough. Now Jedi aren't super tanky, like Darth Maul did die after murdering 2 rebel units. And he was able to get the bounty, but Count Dooku just went ham and defeated Mando and Leia and more Mandalorians. So he was not able to secure the bounty score, and I ended the game with a win. At the end of the game, I had 1 Sith probe left and Dooku with 4 health, and I essentially tabled him. And yeah, so I went 2-1. It was a good learning experience, definitely prepping me for when Asajj comes out, because it was really fun. I mean, double force user is not easy, but it's very rewarding playing it. Making sure you're in cover, making sure that your stuff is in place, because if you play a regular army and your units get shot, whatever, right? You lose some stormtroopers, whatever. You lose some battle droids, whatever. Hopefully your army has other tools to fight the enemy with. But with the double Jedi, Yeah, that's a lot of points. So you better make sure that you just don't throw it away and die instantly. And but if you get in the position where your pieces are in place and you're able to wreak some havoc, it is nasty and it's super fun. Just having all these decisions like where to go, how to like where to force push and all that. And it's still not easy, right? Like I think the highlight for me was from the entire tournament from the gameplay was there was a moment where I was fighting Darth Maul with my Darth Maul and he swung first and didn't kill my Darth Maul. I think he was down to like 2 or 3 health. And his Darth Maul was on 2 or 3 health. And I decided to activate Count Dooku right away because I wanted to secure that kill. And I did it easily. But the issue was, well, now because I killed Maul, now my Darth Maul and Count Dooku were exposed early on, and I was like, dang, I really had no reason to do that. I should have just activated other units. My fear was he would use his bikes to deal with Dooku, but like two swoop bikes aren't gonna kill a Jedi by themselves. Maybe weaken him. But now, like I exposed myself. Actually, I think Darth Maul at the end of that fight was, I think had like 1 or 2 wounds on him, and because I exposed him, he got shot. I did get lucky on my saves, but he got shot by 2 full units of Black Suns, and he was down to like 1 or 2 health after that. And that was a move that I could have avoided if I had just waited. I mean, he eventually I would get shot by something, but it's a difference between getting shot by 1 unit and like 2 units and Cad Bane and maybe the bikes. Thankfully, he did the smart move and used his bikes to kill my droids to kind of kill my scoring units. But yeah, like that's an example of when you're playing double Jedi or something, you really need to think ahead of like, oh, if I do this, what's gonna happen? Like, oh yeah, if I kill Maul, I'm exposed, so maybe I should wait and take the risk of getting shot early on by other things, as opposed, versus getting that kill, but getting shot even more. So yeah, it was a super fun learning experience. I actually won the tournament raffle. I got a signed Darth Maul card, signed by Sam Witwer, who voices Darth Maul in the Clone Wars and Rebel shows. So that was super cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it was super fun. That was a great time. I really like these tournaments where there's a random twist, and I think because of the store is pretty casual, I think the TO, who was actually the guy I smashed on Friday with my Dark Troopers and Imperial Remnant, he likes he's gonna do more tournaments where there's like a weird twist. Like I think there was a previous tournament where you had to bring a tank in skirmish. That was kind of cool. So we're brainstorming ideas on some cool and silly twists for the next one. Maybe something like you got to bring a bounty hunter, or you got to bring an operative or something, and you can be a Jedi, or yeah. So yeah, that was my gaming filled week. How was your hobby?
Uh, it was okay. I mainly just hobbied due to it being California getting this weird thing called rain.
Yeah, no, right?
It made the outside where I usually game extremely cold. So we decided not to do any gaming. So I mainly just hobbied. I kind of dusted off the old Black Templars and started painting some Black Templars again.
Oh, there we go.
Just getting into the painting spirit. As I'm trying to do a model a day kind of deal. Still doing it. We're getting there. We're getting that backlog completed. But I was also trying to just clear all my area because I'm trying to find all my jet bikes for my Eldar, and I'm like,
Ugh.
where the hell are my jet bikes? I had this box back in the day where it's like one Fire Seer and like I think 6 jet bikes and a Viper. I think I can't find those jet bikes anywhere right now. It's making me a little sad.
Oh no.
Given that I'm gonna be going back to Eldar, I gotta touch up some units and get it all going, get back into the groove because when I fought Travis that one day, I'm so out of practice. Made a lot of mistakes. But yeah, well, I'm just in the hobby aspect right now. I'm not into the gaming right now. Hopefully, when the weather is a lot warmer for us to meet up and game, I'll be more into it. But yeah, just pinning up my Warhammer 40k, what I got, pinning up some Shadows of Brimstone, and of course, still gotta figure out what we're doing for Necromunda. I gotta figure out if I need to paint more stuff or stick with the gang that I have now.
I mean, if it's 1,000 credits, you should be fine.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out what 1,000 credits buys me.
Oh well, that's the thing.
Yep. I didn't even know we were gonna be starting with 1,000 credits. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. I know it's supposed to be. I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Don't know what it's gonna be like Wednesday. I think it'll start. I think it starts clearing up by the end of tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get a game in. I'll let everyone know. I'll take some pictures. Show them around. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. And I don't really have any other news to talk about. Nothing of interest has come up. I'm still on the fence if I want to buy that Space Marine box.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm debating if it's worth the $200.
I mean, because then you get those Nerf guns.
I got the Nerf guns, and I think it was you who said it. If you buy those Nerf guns, we all know it's just for the power gameplay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because that shit puts out so much firepower.
It does, and the points aren't too bad either. The Dreadnought is great. I definitely want one. Maybe I'll just find some 3D printed arms because I think I mentioned this before. I have 2 Redemptors, and I don't need 3 Redemptors. I am perfectly happy with having 1 ranged Redemptor and another Brutalist Redemptor. So
You can always have more Redemptors. Come on now.
no, I need no more space in my case. Take advantage of the fact that the arms can come off.
But yeah, that's what I'm up to right now.
Oh yeah, I pre-ordered Shatterpoint mainly because the store owner said I did not need to put money down. So I'm like, yeah, put my name in, and I got a free Ahsoka miniature. So
All right, cool. Well, I think we'll call it there then. I'd like to thank everyone who made it to the end there. And you know what? We'll see you next time.
later, everyone.